Welcome back to Parsay Productions of the South Dakota State Championships, brought to you by Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, Social CBD, Rubber Bandits, Hammock Gear, and OTB Discs. Got myself Ben Kroll.
Derek Sahr on the mic, and my home state, throwing it back in Aberdeen, South Dakota at the Lake Richmond course. Beautifully wooded course with a wonderful lake just to the side of it.
If you didn't watch the first half, go back and watch it because Garett was lighting it up.
Yeah, and you can get a good feel of how this course is just by looking at this fly-through on hole 14, 295 feet. It plays a lot further than that. It plays uphill, and it's such a tough green to access. Good luck.
Yeah, that late, tight gap. I mean, it's got to be a really tough shot. Again, is there any up and over here that you can do?
No, not on this hole
Okay.
because you're starting so low. You'll see from the tee pad here how high they have to. Well,
Dave is looking like he's going up.
Might be proving me wrong here, man.
Again, we watched that first half of this course, and it can be very tough if you get off the fairway. And so Dave is taking a big risk getting the disc up there. A lot more wind, and I get turned over pretty hard for him.
Yeah. Garett, I think, will do more of a conventional route, throw something up the gut here. It looks like he's got his leopard in his hand.
Good looking line there, getting that late left to right, and just unfortunate to hit one of those trees.
Yeah, this hole is a bonus hole for sure. Even if you get a par, it still feels like a birdie on this hole. It's so tough. Ooh, Cale's shot not too great, just about 3 feet left there.
And it looks like he's going with his mid-range. Just clipping a branch. You can hear him laugh at it. He's just not having the best round. Unfortunate out here. It doesn't take much to not hit your line.
Yeah, I like Ryan's play. His hyzed it off just a little bit too much, but there is a good flip-up forehand gap.
Yeah, you need that late left to right, it looks like. Saw Pinky there, Aberdeen.
Great upshot from Cale,
He
right at the mouth of that gap.
Makes it look easy.
All right, here we go.
He's been having fun. Been in the trees a lot.
You could hear Kraig kind of go, mm-hmm, because he asked if people were ready here.
Great looking out. Should at least be open to get up and down.
Yeah, it'd be sweet to see him get a par, even being from that far out off the tee.
That's hard.
Could hear Kraig telling Super he didn't do so bad there. Garett, again, he misses one or two of those trees, and he's up there all the way to the green, but gave that a pretty good bid. Ryan, similar effort.
Yeah, following suit. Getting a par is so good on this hole. You feel good after that.
Oh, let's go. Getting a lefty line here, maybe?
Oh, yeah, he is. He's going to throw left-handed.
Trying to get a skip shot here.
Left it a little short, but he'll have a look.
Yeah, that tee shot was really far right. Let's see if he can't do something here with this. Great putt from Super.
I noticed he putted with something different there because he was putting with something white with a smiley face in the first coverage, and he putted something green there. I don't know what his discs are, but super smooth, though. Dead center. Never a doubt.
Yeah, he wasn't missing that one.
And a smooth par from Garett.
I believe Cale and Ryan will be doing the same here. You can see these trees just shaking. Again, pretty nice day, but very windy.
Yeah, we were fortunate not to have any sort of rain or anything like that. I believe this evening it did rain a little bit, but not too much. But I think this is where this wind is coming from, is that front coming through. Cale with the classic MJ tongue as he throws. And to be honest, not terrible on that hole. That hole you can get in a lot of trouble, especially if you hit early. So
yeah, very demanding line for sure.
Yeah.
Got hole 15, par 3, 345 feet, going uphill to start, very straight off the tee, and just fading off to the left here. Really don't want to get into that right side of trees, very thick. But again, anything off the fairway is going to be tough.
Yeah, you need something just completely straight here.
And going uphill, they're definitely going to need a little bit more distance than just a mid-range zone at 345 feet.
And that's the miss. Well, not the miss. Jeez.
Yeah, he really missed it there, Derek. It's a horrible miss. But,
I was going to say the miss is to miss left there, something kind of low, fading left, but he did get through those trees a little bit on the left-hand side.
Yeah, it looked like he had maybe just a little bit of a fortunate straight skip off the base of that last tree there, too. Otherwise, he might have gotten into the woods on the left. But again, just a very straight shot. It even looked like it was leaking left the whole way and still ended up right next to the basket. Cale, I think, switched up to his mid-range, but just didn't get the nose down.
Yeah, boy, am I even watching the right coverage? Cale threw that forehand off the tee there, right, Ben?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. And Ryan likes this disc for hyzer flip shots. I believe it is an 11-time eagle.
Wow.
Oh, but the poor kid is now, 60 deep into the woods. But his dad was probably down there.
I thought I heard someone screaming. I was going to say maybe it was his dad. But excellent shot. Very similar to Garett's, but leaving it out to the right, giving it a chance to get all the way to the basket. Hopefully it didn't go too long.
Oh, no. Kick left. Oh, good.
Very fortunate.
You ask, you shall receive.
Yeah. It's if you get off to the right, those pine trees are so huge, and you have to control a hyzer to get to the basket because it's completely guarded. There's no openings in those pine trees to the right.
Super leaving some meat left on that bone. Got about a circle's edge putt for his par.
Got her.
I do remember Cale also mentioning that he regretted bringing a cart to this course because I don't think he knew for sure.
Is it just getting to your lie that's tough, or what makes this course tough for a cart?
It actually is. The walks can be somewhat elevated, and yeah, you're right as well. You having a bag to just walk into the woods is so much easier than to haul a cart. So he's got to just bring only a couple discs to his lie.
Yep.
Because I believe Mitch as well pulled a cart also.
I really like using my bag most of the time, unless it's like a ball golf course or something.
Yeah.
That's the only time I like when it's really flat and the grass is really thin.
And Cale having to throw 2 shots to get to the basket from where he was.
Great putt there from Super again, back-to-back holes.
Yeah, it's good to get your putter going on this course. Downhill putt. Never had a chance to go high and blow by it. Wonderful, wonderful putt.
Yeah, really good pace to it. Just a tap in here from Garett. That horrible shot. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah, with a tough bogey.
And
and
Ryan did not go that long.
Yeah, I guess so. I thought his disc went blew by the basket, but I can't. I don't know what I'm watching, Ben.
It does say he got a 3, so maybe he hit front cage there. Maybe just missed his putt.
Yeah, maybe he did.
But it did look like he went pretty far there.
Yeah, I'm watching
he was definitely basket height going past it and fading to the left.
Hole 16, a big open hyzer. Yes, they do exist on this course. You have one, it's sweeping wide and having falling left, but if you go too far left, you are into these trees, and people call it the black hole. You cannot get your disc back. So you
Look how tight that is on those trees there.
Yeah, you want it to be
5
wide.
feet.
Yeah.
5 feet or you're in the tree.
And they plan on making this permanent. As you see those flags and kind of a dirt tee pad, they plan on making this a permanent 26-hole course, I believe. Wow, and a great shot from Garett. And so they just got to get the cement out there at this point and just get them
But I think
paved.
it's a little deep.
That's awesome. I feel like I've seen a lot of growth in disc golf this year. A lot of people out on the course. I know a little bit that's driven by COVID, but it's been fun to watch. So many courses going in, so many even courses just changing to newer baskets, just understanding that we need that new technology out there.
I kind of like Mach 3s, Ben.
I know you do, but nobody else does.
Right? I don't know. Those guys did.
Yeah, but you are right. It is so cool to see, disc golf progressing, and you and I being longtime veteran players and seeing the game where it is today it's breathtaking, honestly.
Yeah, we got these kids just coming up and whooping on us. Not even fun anymore.
Yeah. As Ryan as well put it very close to the basket, just like Garett.
Yeah, it looked like he went just a little long, maybe be in that last tree. Super getting tight on this left side, but getting fortunate.
Very fortunate.
He'll have a little bit of a putt. Cale likes this D1 for these overstable left to right shot, or sorry, right to left shots. As Derek said, really want to make sure you keep it wide though.
Oh no, the same tree super hit. Still, they got a decent look at the basket, which is kind of nice. And it's always so cool to see these guys out playing and, crushing it. And this is a tough hole as Cale almost makes a jump putt.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about that one.
Super in a similar spot. I'd like to see Super bang this one in. He's been putting pretty well recently. Oh, just a little high, but like you said earlier, Ben, that 5-foot gap is about to come into play for him, and Garett with a great putt for birdie.
It was a great pickup from him. Very demanding green. You can see Ryan just a little long on his shot.
I think it might be in the tree. Yeah, it looks like it is.
Trying to mark his lie appropriately. Always check with the card.
Yeah.
Cale with the quick shirt. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Sure, whatever. He's looking at the next tee pad, like thinking about what to throw next. Yeah, it looks good, Ryan. And again, Ryan in a very encumbered putt. No problem. I'm curious if he got his disc back from the tree.
He already grabbed it.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're really. Are we watching this same thing?
Boy, yeah, I don't know what's going on, man.
And again, Super going just a little long here. Looks like he'll be able to straddle out.
Yeah, this green is so tightly guarded that this plays a lot of wind, on the hyzer shot. But then when you're at this 20-foot circle, there's almost no wind. It's that guarded here.
And obviously these trees are that thick, as we've talked about before. They really like to grab your disc. They don't let go.
And this is also where the course starts opening up, so it'll be kind of cool to see these guys really throw some big shots.
Big power shot for Brian there. See the dust kick up there. That's pretty cool. But Garett still a 6-stroke lead here. 10 down now on the round.
Wow.
Got hole 17 here. Par 4, 620 feet. Going slightly uphill. You can see the tall grass. It does not appear to be OB. And then a pretty open green here. Pretty open hole in general compared to what we've seen for most of this course so far. These guys will really be able to unleash on this first drive. Just don't want to go too far right. Look pretty open to the left is where you want to finish.
Yeah, and Garett's throwing his one of his more stable destroyers here because, like you said, finishing left is better. You can actually get a good access to the green from there. Finishing right is very tough because that line of trees that we talked about on the 2 previous holes is tough.
And these guys have really not been able to unleash at all on this course so far. So it's really cool to see these guys get a big shot out here. And Garett, an ideal spot there, even to the spot where the grass is not as tall. Just be perfect.
Yeah, and you'll see a lot of. Granted, I'm not sure why they're there or what this used to be, but there's like a lot of dead trees and big piles of stuff, and none of it's OB, but it's not fun to be in at all.
Great power shot there from Ryan. Could have used a little bit of air. Might have got a little bit more flight even out of that disc, but great power on that.
Oh, Ryan's itching his poison ivy. We saw it here.
Hey, you got to know better than that.
Yeah.
Don't be itching that.
And Super, we saw earlier with some big power, so I'd really like to see him unleash on something.
He's got a lot of snap, and I think he's Masters age as well, too. And he'll go back and forth between Masters and Open. And that is a great shot, almost matching Ryan there on his drive.
Keeping up with the young kids.
Yep. Cale looking to put a good push on his D1. Got it up flipping a little bit.
Yeah.
Must be some good wind out there if that thing's flipping up.
Yeah, that is prime time. Those guys, everybody on this card is in a great spot. Garett might be a little left, but as long as he can see the basket, he should have a pretty easy shot.
Yeah, it looks like that top of the hill is kind of the mark of a good drive.
Oh,
He's got a little blind, it looked like.
yeah, that dirt pile. Like I said, I don't know why they're there or what those piles are, but there's a few of big ones out here on this hole.
Yeah, great approach there. Less than 15 feet.
Super using the force.
A great look there at his shot. Just parked.
You can see the wind affecting the pine, and that's when you know there's some real wind out there. You know, leaves, will shake even on a calm day, but when the pines are moving like this.
And Ryan even closer.
All right, maybe Cale can one-up everybody here. Everybody's been one-upping everybody.
Yeah, Cale probably tried to put this in at this point. Great shot. And he may have one-upped.
That's crazy.
Pretty dang close. That's a great grouping from the card, though.
Everybody kept one-upping the next person.
Yep, looks like it's going to be a star frame here. Pretty straightforward at 625 feet with no real OB.
Yeah. One of those holes that want to get, but with all of this wind, makes it pretty difficult.
Ryan giving Cale a little razz there, telling him he was out.
Cale's card on the rocky road there.
Getting that rattle going.
Yeah, probably had to tighten some screws after this round.
Again, Garett pushing that 11 down now.
Yeah, he's got to be on pace for a course record here. Hopefully he can continue to have this. We go into hole 18 on this 26-hole course, 175 feet, elevated basket, and with this wind, you want to put this thing close. Putting with so much wind on an elevated basket causes a lot of headaches.
Yeah, 175 feet. You're walking up to this one expecting to get it, and when you have a tall basket like this, that is a tall expectation. Pun intended.
Yeah, I see what you did there.
Why? Ooh. Yep.
And I believe playing on the right side of the wind as well, too. Again, that's kind of what I push for. I always want that tailwind or that left to right wind for my hyzer putt.
Yeah, and Garett throwing that trusty pig.
Sit down.
Jeez, these guys just tell their discs what they want to do, and it does it.
It just does it.
Maybe that's what we got to start doing, Ben.
It's a different type of training in the off season, I guess.
Yeah, start
Be
talking
one with the force.
Yeah.
Oh, what a kick.
Jeez. Almost an unfortunate skip.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to get
basket.
that high. Cale getting that A3 here. Very smooth. Getting a lot of action though in that wind.
Nice. Pretty good.
Great shot.
And if I'm reading the wind right, they're probably gonna have some headwind putts. Him and Super.
Yeah, you can see people's shirts ripping. Oh, Garett, get out of the shot.
He's young. He'll learn.
By putting up, like you said earlier on the coverage, being on your knees in wind and putting, getting the disc nose angle up.
Look at how high that got out of his hand. The wind just accentuated that being a headwind.
Yeah. Very tough. Cale looking to capitalize. Get some birdies here on this back stretch.
I know Cale has a spin putt. I don't know if he's going to go to it, though, or not. And, yeah, he's... See him kind of change his angle a little bit. And he did go with that spin putt.
I'll go. That's all right, I'm out. You going, man?
Yeah, I think...
Yep, what you never want to hear, you're still out.
Yeah. And one of my, I don't want to say favorite things to talk about, but one of the things I like to talk about is, being Cale's situation. Oh, no. I always like having somebody putt before me. If I putt and I'm out again, I like to say, hey, clean up, somebody else putt, just to kind of reset.
Yeah, it's... And again, your group probably has a choice to tell you if it's your turn or not.
Yeah,
but,
that's true.
I think most people would oblige in that aspect.
Yeah. Boy, I never thought about that. If the group was like, no, dude,
No, sorry, you're out.
Putt again. Garett jamming that putt in there.
Yeah, really trying to fight that wind.
Good twos by these guys, but this hole showing its teeth with the bogeys.
It's still not even a tap in for Super, but makes it look easy. Cale with another scooper putt on the round.
Oh, there's
Look at
that face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great shot there from par save. Again, we see Garett and Ryan continue to pile on some birdies.
My name's Scott Matheson, and I'm a calisthenics athlete. I train with rubber bandits because they improve my strength, my stability, my flexibility, and I can take them anywhere. It's all about training smarter with natural movement. What I love best about rubber bandits is seeing noticeable gains in my physique and my athletic performance. It helped me progress from assisted movements to freestyle flow. Exercise your freedom and join me in the Rubberlution.
Check Rubber Bandits out in the description. Again, get that training session in the off season. Get those resistance bands. It's going to make a difference in your game. You will notice it.
And hole 19, pretty standard hole. Just a wide open forehand, but we have some backhand players, so I'm sure they're going to throw backhand and prove me wrong here. Yep, Garett pulling out his putter. And, it's pretty straightforward. Nothing too much. Ending right is really tough.
Just a great shot from Garett. Very straight. Kept the disc on hyzer, but let's just let it push forward the entire way.
Yeah, and the grass is pretty dead near this basket, so you're going to probably see some action here on Ryan's forehand. Kind of more the favored play.
Skip in, baby.
Just perfect.
Yeah, geez, I was kind of with Cale there. I don't know why that thing didn't skip up. It just kind of died.
I think if Ryan would have told it to skip, it would have done it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Got to talk to your own disc, Cale.
And Super going a little sharper on his disc.
Oh,
And again, Derek, just like you said, do not want to go right, but he is actually not too bad there at about 22 feet.
Cale hopefully got a good wind read off of Garett here.
Yeah, that's the play. Let it stay hyzer if you finish off a little left. 15 feet there for Cale.
Yeah, no problem. Garett with about 20 feet left here.
Yeah, solid. Just piling them on like we've talked about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sure, bud.
I can't even remember the last time he's missed a birdie. Crazy to see him just rattling all these off.
Yeah, solid putt from Super. That away. Definitely going to end up in a star frame here from these guys.
Nice putt, Ryan. There you go.
I had my doubts for a second.
Yeah. He kept his bag on, he didn't take it off. And pretty picturesque form in slow-mo from Cale right there.
Yeah, great capture there from par save.
And like I said, you want to get that hole, and the whole entire card did just that.
Brings us into hole 20, 410 feet. This definitely plays like a bonus hole here. You can see pretty open to start. And just fading off to the right. A little gap here you got to hit. And then another tight green. Again, very similar to some of the other holes on this course, but very demanding shot from these guys.
Yeah, this hole is a very, very big shot. And Garett does have a good forehand. A little surprised he didn't go with it, but...
Wow, what a late turn. I did not think that thing was going to roll over at all. And he is looking at a birdie putt there.
Yeah, this was pretty favorable forehand wind. Bit of a tail left to right. You can really rip on something kind of understable almost. Ryan throws out of his shorts there.
Again, he does play baseball and going too long.
That's like a 440-foot forehand out of Ryan.
And that could play as a very difficult up and down. A couple of very thick pine trees between him and the basket. And as we've seen Super already, no slouch on his distance.
Yeah, going to be hoping to get exactly what Garett did with that kind of late turn.
A lot of spin on this disc. You'd see the great release.
Wow.
Nice. What was that, dude?
What a shot.
Yeah.
Really?
Again, both those guys probably about 40 feet or so. Cale also thrown out of his shoes. Late flip. Looks like it's going to fade out just at the end.
Yeah, a very difficult par 3.
That more or less might just be a layup from him there with the difficult green.
Yeah.
I think he's going with a little forehand roller. Very tough to control that speed. He did very good there.
Cale's looking high here.
He might be a little aggressive on this.
Oh, no. An unfortunate rollback.
Just catching a couple chains on the right side. Good bid, had the height.
Garett's just showing everybody that he is human.
Yeah. I wasn't counting that streak there, but he had a lot going into that hole.
Yeah. Way over a turkey, that's for sure.
Super. See if he can't catch this. Just short. Cale gonna have about a 20-footer or so left.
Yeah, never a doubt for Cale there.
Yeah, solid putt. Ryan about 17 feet putt. The
Yeah, I was
putt,
gonna
that is.
say, yeah,
It's the putt.
He was 17. You're right, Ben. That is correct.
Again, everybody here looks like they'll tap in their pars.
Yeah,
Probably pretty standard for this hole.
correct. It's getting a deuce on this. You're getting strokes on everybody. But yeah, it's kind of funny to see the similarities between Garett and Ryan. They're pretty much the same person, just from a different Dakota. One's north, one's south.
Yeah, the game is very similar. I do feel like Ryan leans on his forehand a little more than Garett does.
Yeah. And they're both about the same rated, too, and both the same age. Hole 21, one of the more difficult holes on this course. It's a tunnel shot. You want your first shot to land in about this landing zone right here. You can see it opens up just a little bit, but then you have to play a difficult hyzer shot to access this extremely tight green where the branches are protruding, as you can see, into the green. It's very, very tough get.
You don't have a ton of room to work here left to right at all. But Garett getting very fortunate to sneak through that right side of the fairway.
Man, have a look for a long eagle there.
Yeah, 545 feet. I definitely think he has the distance to get there, as well as Ryan.
Look at that.
A lot of power. Let's see if you can't rip this over.
That was a beauty. That turned over.
Maybe we
nice.
shouldn't have gone. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nice, buddy.
Oh, man, it is a young man's game.
Look at the people looking behind like, are you kidding me?
There's our boy Mitch with his cart there.
Yep, and Justin Cornoyer. Huge shout out to him. It's one of the South Dakota favorites right there.
That's gonna flip
And, you know, it's really cool. You know, Super's not having the best round he's had, but he's being so supportive. You know, you can hear him in the background of this video saying, nice, like, flip, 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 you know, really being encouraging. And that is over 1050 rated mental game right there. That is so cool to hear and see.
Yeah, I think I've heard some of the same out of Cale as well, too, which
Yeah.
is, again, just a testament to the professionals that these guys are. Oh. That did not get a good kick either. Looks pretty thick over there on the left.
Yeah, hitting anywhere early is, you know, no good on this tunnel shot. Cale leaking a little left as well. Hopefully he can get a fortunate kick.
Yeah, mine was,
There's Ryan's dad
Mine
spotting
was
for the card.
Yes, we are watching the same footage right now.
Just being sure.
Dave has absolutely nothing. And even that got almost less than 10, 15 feet.
Yeah, and one thing you don't really get to see on coverage too much is how beat up you get just getting to your lie. You know, you get cuts and bruises and banged up getting into these thick pine trees.
And I'm someone who likes to wear shorts. I just hate how hot pants can get, especially in the summer. But a lot of people go to the pants because it saves them from the poison ivy, saves them from the nicks on these branches. And unfortunately, Super's going to be throwing 4 from here. He still may have an outside chance to get up and down, though, if he can get a good move on this.
Yeah, I'd love to see Super put this one close, or at least have a clean look.
It's like it's fading pretty hard left,
Yeah.
pretty early.
He's in that pocket where you want your drive to land, and so he's going to have even a tough hyzer up shot from where he is.
Cale one thingy with his H3 V2. Probably trying to get aggressive and see how far he can get up this fairway.
Oh,
Why
no.
would that punch?
Couple branches
would
up
it?
there. Don't have much left, though, to get up and down for his par.
Yeah, played to perfection there. Still tough, though. That forehand, I'm sure he wanted a little bit better of an angle on it so it didn't hit those branches. But power to these boys' drive.
Yeah, not quite a jumper, but not much left.
Yeah, that trusty pig. Those Ricky pigs are something special, I'll tell you what. He's been leaning on that thing a lot with this wind.
He got that down real quick.
that was definitely tough.
Yeah. Poor Super, just having a tough hole. Right.
Looks a little awkward, but I think he meant to do that.
Yeah, I think he tried to play a skip to the hyzer there. And
Again, I think that's the fear of the branches, not wanting to hit one of those branches and getting pulled into the tree and not have anything for a putt.
yeah.
You'd rather give yourself that 15-footer off to the right. Yeah, solid putt there from Ryan. Doesn't want to give any strokes away to Garett.
And a great upshot from Super, but for that +3
Again,
triple bogey.
that shows just how tough this hole is.
Yeah. But I know Super, and that guy's still gonna have a smile on his face, which is so cool. Ryan's foot.
He gave that thing a lot of angle too.
Holy cow, his foot was looked like it was bending in half while he's throwing his shot, and jeez. Garett on an unbelievable pace here.
Yeah. Unheard of out here. Again, being I believe a newer 26-hole course. Again,
Yep.
going for that course record here at just an astounding pace, like you said. Hole 3, 320 feet. Very gettable hole. Again, with this left to right, or I guess right to left sloped green. Again, a forehand's probably going to play a little nicer into the shot.
Yeah, and you can, in a sense, kind of run the basket a little bit. And yeah, Garett skipped right, but he shouldn't be too far off the pad there.
Like the wind was really messing with that shot. Really kind of lifted it at the end.
Yeah, more of the common plays to do something what Ryan did there is not so much spike it, but get it flat for just a moment with something really stable and just have it
Slow
crash
down
to
just
the-
a little bit.
Yep. Oh man, this also big shout out to just South Dakota in general. There's some South Dakota boys standing in the background. I see Jordan Pike, Pete Sternberg, and Lothar. Cool to see you guys out here, and I did see you as well, Reed.
A little bit of a crowd here watching these guys on the feature card.
Yeah, their cards were getting turned in, and they started kind of coming out and watching these guys. And, we don't always get a chance to see, guys like the likes of Cale and throwing, these shots that, they've thrown many times. And, it's cool to see a top pro on your home course.
Absolutely. And then probably supporting the local guys too here.
Yeah, and big shout out to Cale making this putt. Oh, I was going to say for coming out to Aberdeen and vending and sharing the South Dakota experience with them and everything.
Come on, dude, it's a crosswind.
Yeah, you can hear Garett not happy with that. Yeah, Cale's had a really busy year for being an off year for disc golf. He's been one of the busiest guys in the sport. Creating a whole new adventure for himself with the preserve. Even getting the pool, getting the tavern. It's going to be a lot of fun next year. Can't wait for the tour to stop out there. Also, putting in courses, running tournaments, vending. He's just a busy guy in general.
Ryan with the easy birdie. It's cool to see the sport growing as fast as it is. Garett upset about his putt, but I know he'll shake that off real quick. He's got a pretty good round going.
He's got high expectations with how he's been doing so far.
Yeah.
And not quite as sunny as it was earlier in the day.
Yeah, the cloud cover just starting to come in.
Great look at Super's shot there, carding him the easy birdie. Ryan getting a stroke on Garett. That's what he likes to see with only a few holes left here on this first round.
Hole 23, 200 feet. This is one of those gotta get holes. Throw something overstable and just kind of crashing left. It is a blind shot, but as long as you can get the disc just around this pine tree guarding the basket, should be sitting up pretty good. They did clean up the deep, which I do like a lot because you can sometimes get unfortunate and go a little deep on this hole, but they cleaned it up to where you'll still have a look.
Yeah, I definitely think there should be a fairness to the green. I don't think somebody 10 feet away should have no putt. And even that right there, again, you can see all these branches lopped off. That would have been a very difficult lie if they weren't gone.
Ryan, we just need to get him a new nickname of like the Tree Man or Stick Man or something because he's been in some pretty tough lies, as this whole card has been, well, except for Garett. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think Garett's only had 1 or 2 shots or 1 or 2 tough putts.
And Super leaving that a little bit wide. The wind playing a factor on this hyzer shot. And Garett's got the pig here.
All about speed control for these guys.
A little tight.
Yeah, we're going to have to see him maybe get down to a knee or something there. Cale throwing that green A3 he's been doing all day. Didn't really get that push right to left he was expecting with the mid.
Yeah, that's all he could do there. Not a bad upshot from where he was. We really wanted that birdie for sure.
And like you said, it's kind of been the round all up in these trees,
Yeah.
all over you.
Yeah, I guarantee you'll touch a tree at Richmond if you do go play this course in Aberdeen, South Dakota.
That was a sweet picture there by par save. Getting the focus from Cale to the basket. Brought to you by Rubber Bandits. Garett with a difficult lie here, just short of the basket on that one pine tree in the way.
Yeah, he finally is going to have a bit of tough putt, but
Just rifles it in there.
yeah, no problem.
Again, another knee putt. I don't know how many of those we've had now.
And I will correct myself from earlier. Aberdeen is East River, not West River. I did say West River, but it's more north in the northern South Dakota. But I did notice I did say West River. I misspoke. I meant East River. The guys are going to give me some crap for that.
Takes a good man to admit when he's wrong.
Yep, I was wrong.
God, again, he's just like stretching around trees, trying to get that straddle putt working and gets it to stick.
Yeah, I bet those trees are itching that poison ivy he's got right now, spreading it around.
Some good birdies there. Garett 15 down with about 3 holes left. Do you know what the course record is offhand?
I don't know exactly, but I do know he is on pace.
Okay.
For sure.
Hole 24, 300 feet. Hole looks just a little blind here as you're going to go up and over this bush or tree line, over this road. And again, another tight green. You really want to be long or short. You really don't want to be left or right of this hole.
Yeah, the ravine honestly makes this hole pretty tough. It's something about throwing over a ravine in disc golf that really does change the way that it plays in general.
And with these taller trees on the right, it really plays for this big forehand. The righty backhand's going to have to throw a straighter shot. But 300 feet, these guys can definitely get a mid-range there.
Yeah, I was a little confused. He had his most stable destroyer in his hand and throwing it backhand. I don't think that was the right destroyer, but he corrected himself here. That is a Mako.
He's calling for it again. You ask, you shall receive. And he's going to have a circle's edge putt there. Again, this is where I mean, like, I see Ryan throwing the forehand. I think Garett, he has that shot, but I think he still leans on his backhand. Cale looking for that rollover that Garett got.
Oh, look at that.
Just fading out a little bit, yep.
Yeah. And the gentleman in the white shirt in the background there, that is Doug Heckenlabel. Major shout out to him. He put South Dakota disc golf on the map in the very, very, very early stages of the sport. So he's been playing for a long time.
And I know he looks like he's in college still, but he's a grandmaster.
Yeah, he's a grandmaster player. Dougie Fresh, they call him.
Super nice guy.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I misjudged my purpose.
Same
Super
thing happened
get-
to Super.
Yeah, getting into that tree line even too might make it even tougher on his putt. Looks like he did just push off of those branches.
He's going to have to play a pretty big hyzer putt. This is probably the most obstructed basket, where the branches are almost in the chains on this hole.
After missing that last one, Garett really doesn't want to give this one away. Solid putt.
Yeah, that one felt good. He's bending down saying, just drop right on the left side. And that straddle putt uphill can be kind of tough too, because your disc seems to hyzer a little bit more.
Cale looked like he also got into that tree line. And he might not have much there.
Yeah, I was in there actually during my roundabout where Cale is just, there's nothing. I mean, it would be cool to see Cale make this, but I had to throw a little Scooby and just take the par and move on.
Yeah, he's had to go to it a few times today. Again, just pretty much pitching out there. Looks like Ryan might be doing some of the same. Maybe has a long reach out forehand here.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool to see Ryan get this forehand putt. But looks like it's going to be hard to get enough power to get the height on it.
I feel with the difficulty of this green, it plays like a bonus hole. You really got to be in the right line to have a good putt.
I think we just got a glimpse of Ryan's hair. The hat came off for a brief moment.
He just rifled that. Really being aggressive. Not happy. Walking up with this pretty quick. Let's see if he takes his time here. Make sure you focus. Yep. And Cale and Super will also be tapping in their pars. And Garett getting another stroke on the card.
Yeah, it seems to be a common occurrence is Garett in the green. Good form by Garett, that Mako. A tough hole, but Garett widening his lead even more. Pretty cool to see the young kid coming out and just shredding. As we go into hole 25, another one of the most trickiest holes on this course. If you have a big thumber, that is the play. This fairway is extremely tight, and it's just so awkward because it goes straight and then it kind of fish hooks back to the left. And so getting the disc under the basket is nearly impossible.
That last gap looks like 3 feet wide.
Rock green. Oh, I did not expect you to go down the middle.
Yeah, as you heard Super there, I didn't expect you to go down the middle. Ryan's probably going to show us a thumber or tomahawk here, it looks like. It's more the standard play on this hole.
Wow, that was perfect.
What? My gosh! No way! Are you kidding me?
Wow. What a shot by Ryan. First overhand we've seen of him, and
Yeah.
hits the basket.
Holy cow, maybe should have been throwing that all day.
That's what I tried to do.
Great angle by Cale there. Just looking to sneak left and give himself a putt. He's not even trying to get that fishhook gap that we flew on the drone flyover.
Yeah, Cale's in almost as good a spot as you can get. You push that tree line that's just straight off the tee, and then have it just hyzer just at the end. And Super with it looks like something flippy.
Yeah, it's like a mid-range that he just stalled up there. And ended up a little short. That wind was probably playing with it a little bit.
Man, how cool would that have been to get a thumber ace? Oh my gosh, that would have been amazing.
Yeah, great salvage there from Garett. Just won't have much left for his par. Looks like he might be going up and over a window here. Just a little short, it looks like. Cale, I think this is a knee putt here.
It looks like number 15. Oh.
Yeah, knee jumper even. Let's go.
Good commitment, Cale. That thing was in all the way.
It always feels good when you finish your round on a high note. That Jordan tongue.
Man, that thing was on a line the whole time. Didn't deviate.
Yeah. Yeah, waving to the fans.
Yeah, he's not having the best round, but he's still all smiles, which is really cool to see. And A+ for Cale on his mental game there.
Yeah, again, make sure you're training that off season with Rubber Bandits.
Great save from Garett. Save his par.
Yeah, but it's not always about getting all the birdies. It's about making those shots when you need to. Yes, it did almost go in.
Yeah,
Yes.
I bet they're excited to see this footage to see how it just bounced and just the disc just didn't want to go. Gee, these guys played this hole so well. My cards took, larger scores, and wow, averaging under par on this hole is crazy.
Yeah,
to
a
me.
couple birdies is good, that's for sure. As we finish up here, hole 26, par 3 at only 200 feet. These guys really want to finish on a strong note. Again, very straight shot it looks here, and then finishing left right at the end of the flight. It looks like there's a possible overhand shot as well too here. Do you know if that road or that
Yep, the
street
road
plays OB?
did play OB. That is
Okay.
correct.
And that came up very quick, within 15 feet maybe of the basket.
Very easy to go OB on this shot.
That last branch, it misses that, and there's nothing else in the way.
Yeah, Ryan playing it really safe, going just right. That looks really good out of Cale.
Very low, nice shot.
Oh,
Very good distance control.
Cale picking it up a little bit at the end. That's the momentum he needs. Hopefully, going in tomorrow.
Yeah, they're not impressive this week.
Garett with his trusty pig.
So that 16 down, really wanted to finish on a high note. He's had a couple tough holes, and I don't know if he's had much of a putt there.
Each front.
Yeah, if you don't get that disc past that left side tree line, it's almost impossible to get a look for the two.
Yeah, he might be able to straddle around that last tree. And super sitting at even, wants to get under par for the round.
Too deep. Get in there.
Big skip, that almost put it in, and great pink off the street there. Keep it in bounce.
Nice, good. Super deserved that one right there.
I think everybody was calling for that to go in.
Ryan, that's all he could do.
That's a bonus. when you go
That's
for
it.
8-9.
He's kind of had to lay up, and Garett to go to 17 under par on a 26-hole course.
And what a round it's been so far. Just wanted that last birdie, doing just a little too much.
Great birdie.
Yep, solid putt. Dave gonna tap in his birdie as well.
This one or this one?
So kind of a funny thing. I saw Garett putt OB, and usually he'd be pretty upset, and he just was pretty happy, and I was like, oh, it's usually not like Garett to be happy when he's putting OB, but I looked at his score and I was like, oh, that's why you're happy.
And these guys trying to decipher which direction Dave should go in for his lie, but you get 90 degrees, 3 meters from every part of the OB in a sense.
As I said, Garett doesn't like using a mini, so he borrowed somebody else's here. Tapping in the bogey.
And again, all smiles, even tapping in a bogey. That's a great attitude to have. It's very difficult to do. You have a good round, you finish with a bad putt or or a bad hole, and it feels like it ruins the mood.
Yeah.
So again, good on him to do that.
15 down course record at Richmond by Garett Everson.
Yeah, fun to watch. Again, gotta go, gotta throw, social CBD, rubber bandits, hammock gear, OTB discs, all bringing this coverage to you. Go check them out in the description. Fun round. Come on back for round 2. Again, Ben Kroll signing off.
Derek Sahr signing off, and you'll see here on the final scoreboard, Ryan's score, he did add it wrong, so he did get penalized for that, sadly. But, you know, it happens. Just always got to double check your score, guys. Thanks again for tuning in, and make sure to watch this second half because we're going to have a pretty good card.
Yeah, look at that. Again, Ryan with a 2-stroke penalty, unfortunately. Take it easy. Come on
Thank
back,
you.
guys.